This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. Frank, for the third time this week, thank you very much. I know I'm probably doing your head in a little bit. But yeah, for the last time, a brilliant night here in Birmingham. Disappointment for Felix Cash and perhaps a little bit of confusion about what went on at the end. I think Tyler thought he'd won by stoppage, then the head clash, the technical decision. But a brilliant performance from him on an away show as the home fighter tonight.
Yeah, look,
home show as the away fighter, sorry, tonight.
Look, a great night of boxing. As we always said, we always said how good tonight would be. From top to bottom, the fights on tonight's card, we've always been pushing it. We knew what it was all about, and it delivered. Sometimes you can put together great fights, great shows, and they don't deliver. But tonight definitely did. Great win for Tyler Denny tonight. Yeah, I think there was, obviously after 4 rounds, it goes to the judges' scorecards when it stopped on the cuts. But a great win for him. I think possibly with Felix Cash's inactivity over the years, that would have played a part. I think the Felix Cash of old would have been a different animal. But don't take anything away from Tyler Denny. He got in there. He's done, and also he's had a tremendous run, Tyler Denny. He's on a great run. He's got a huge following as well. So had 700, 800 odd people in here tonight. All credit to him because a great win.
Yeah. See, I'm not going to pry into what Felix has been doing during his time of inactivity, but I noticed that Eddie said on DAZN that he hadn't been living the life. Is that something that kind of showed up in the ring tonight?
Yeah, look, I think he's been open about it. Now Make the Days Count build-up program. He was quite open about what he'd been through. And I think for sure it played a part. And not just the not living the lifestyle, but the inactivity. Joined up with that. You can be in the gym, you can be training, but when it comes down to it, if you're not fighting, if you're not getting in the ring at that top level, it's hard to keep going. And it probably showed tonight. So it'll be a tough one for him to take. This was his chance, and it's going to be a tough one to come back from.
Yeah. Lewis Crocker and Conor Walker, what a fight. I saw the general consensus online was probably from most people that Conor might have nicked the fight. But I'll tell you who won, everyone in here and watching at home tonight, because that was definitely has to be in the fight of year contention.
Unbelievable fight. Credit to both those guys. I thought Lewis Crocker came out early, won a lot of those early rounds, but Conor Walker just didn't stop coming forward. And, I think the crowd, he had another 600-700 odd people in here tonight, and they just kept him going, kept pushing him forward. Credit to both of those because, look, it was a fight that could have gone either way, I think. But a tremendous night, and we're the ones who got to enjoy it. And it's a fight we'd love to see again, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, when a fight's that good, the opportunity to do it again is obviously one that will be tempting, but I know Paddy Donovan was standing ringside and sniffing about. So I guess a couple of conversations to be had in that sense.
Yeah, look, that's a fight we've been working on for a while. It's a big fight as well. It's been called for a long time in Ireland. So let's see what we decide to do next.
Is there anything you can tell us about why Akib Fiaz and Cain-Baker was postponed today?
Yeah, look, I think it's been spoken about a little bit, in some interviews by Eddie as well tonight. There was some irregularities around, potential irregularities around betting, which is going to be investigated, and that was the reason it didn't happen. That will be an investigation that will take place, that the board will deal with, and they'll, I'm sure in due course, talk about it more.
We spoke about the fight between Tyler Denny and Felix Cash, but obviously there was a lovely little subplot that I'd like to think the Stomping Ground helped with in terms of Ben Shalom turning up and supporting his man tonight. What was the first meeting like between you and Ben and Eddie and Ben, and what was said between you guys?
Hello. It was in the middle of a fight, so...
A good fight as well. So.
Yeah, he walked past and was just hello, and that was about it. Lots going on. I've spoken to Ben not a million times, maybe a bit of an exaggeration. Spoken to him enough times. Not much else, mate, to be honest. Unfortunately, I'd love to give you some gossip.
Yeah. I know that when people from other promotional teams have gone to other shows, they perhaps haven't been not treated fantastically, but they don't really roll out the red carpet. Eddie said earlier, when Oscar De La Hoya's come to shows, he's rolled out the red carpet. Ben said tonight, he was like, Matcham have been brilliant with me. Is that kind of the way to do things when people come to your show, show them what you're about and, I guess, roll out the red carpet?
Look, people may have a view, but everyone who comes, whether... I've said it before, there's a lot of people I dislike in boxing, but unfortunately in boxing you come around people time and time again. It's one of those businesses where one day you think you never work with someone again, the next day you're doing a deal with them. So it's much easier. It's business at the end of the day, and we welcome people just like anyone should. And we welcome people, give them nice tickets, we make sure they get in all right, make sure they get in all right, out all right, make sure they're looked after. That's what we do. Doesn't matter who it is, and we'll continue to do that. So Ben's no different in that sense.
I know Eddie and Frank Warren have sat down for lunch a few times. Could you picture the Matchroom guys and Ben Shalom and Team Boxer sitting down for a bit of food sometime?
I've sat down for food with him. Yeah, I mean...
Who got the bill?
I don't know. I can't remember, mate. Probably, I think me. He came to the hotel I was at. So, but yeah, there's a lot read into it because of things that have been said, and like I say, I stand by what I say. I'm not a liar. I'm not two-faced, and I'd say the same thing. I've said the same things to him. But again, it's business. If business makes sense, if it makes sense for our fighters, great. If it doesn't, no problem. But don't take it all too seriously.
Jack Catterall, Fiaz-Baker. What a fight. If you can't land a world title shot, I guess that's the best it can get for Jack.
Yeah, look, a tremendous fight. And like I say, I'm delighted that we could deliver it for him. This will be his fourth fight with us in just 15 months. He'd had a lot of frustration before joining us. And, he wanted the biggest fights. He's coming off the back of a tremendous win against Josh Taylor. And we wanted to deliver him a big night. The belts are busy right now. When you look at it, you've obviously got the Devin Haney, Sandor Martin situation with the bids. You've got Teofimo Lopez has got a fight coming up. You've got Isaac Cruz has got a fight already planned coming up. And then Liam Parrow is boxing probably a bit later than when Jack would be. So the key was getting him active in the biggest possible fight. Fiaz-Baker is a big name. Coming off the back of that Devin Haney fight, he's got a point to prove. If he can beat Jack Catterall, he sets himself up in a position to challenge for a world title. It's a massive fight. First fight at the Co-op Live as well in Manchester, so excited to be doing that. And yeah, just delighted we could deliver a big night for him.
Obviously, Jack was in the ring speaking to DAZN and with Eddie and Sam Jones tonight, but in terms of Regis, you lot have had a lot of fun with Regis over the years, promoted some good fights, and he is a bit of a sell in England. I know the fight with Josh Taylor was quite a while ago, but this does just seem to work, and you guys and Regis have got a great relationship too.
Yeah, look, he's got a big brand, like I say, in the UK. Obviously he came here for the Josh Taylor fight when we did that show with the WBSS for the final, and we had the Zarilla fight where we signed him back, then we had the Devin Haney fight, and yeah, he's a big name and exactly the kind of fight we needed to deliver. And like I say, it's a massive opportunity, not just for Jack Catterall, but for Fiaz-Baker, because he needs this win.
Will we be seeing you next week, Frank?
No, it depends if you're coming to Phoenix. I'm going to Phoenix. I'm not at any of these events that keep being spoken about this week in the UK. Got a big night. Bam against Estrada, huge fight. 8,000-9,000 people expected in there, a huge crowd. Sonny Edwards is back. Ramla Ali challenges for the world title. Massive night coming to Phoenix. So I will be there. You may see some other people who I may spend time in an office with, but I don't know.
I'll see you at the Copper Box then, Frank. Cheers, mate.